Hi there! This is the Unknown Gardener here, and it's the middle of winter where I live. There's still lots of snow on the ground. It might be clear, but it's 33 degrees out, and my compost bin has become deactivated. Now, if you're watching videos on composting, you'll know that you need four things for good compost. You gotta have a good source of nitrogen, carbon, water, and air. So if it gets cold, there's a couple things you can do to reactivate it. One of them is just simply to introduce oxygen back into the mix. So I just jammed that thermometer in there a minute ago, and it's showing it's cold. So we're going to turn it, see if that doesn't help. Also going to add a little bit of, sprinkle some water in there while I'm at it. Give it a few days to sit there and percolate, see if that doesn't help. So, may as well get a head start on the spring instead of just sitting here wasting time during the winter, right? Right. All right, let's do it. Oh, my back. Here we are a few days later. We've been given it a chance to percolate and see if that is going to heat things up. So we're going to take our thermometer and we're going to shove it in here. Give it a few moments. It's 40 degrees ambient temperature outside today. Still cold, but, well, look at that. No effect. Well, sometimes that happens, you know. Well, maybe I'll just have to rename this video Cold Composting in Cold Weather. Well, you know what? Tell you what, I got another trick up my sleeve. I got some fresh poo from my ass this morning. And wait a minute, that didn't come out right. Let me rephrase that. I got access to this farm animal, see? I got some manure from a donkey that I shoveled up first thing after the sun came up today. It's got lots of good nitrogen in it, so I'm gonna dig a hole here, add some of that, add even a little bit more water because it's still on the dry side. Yes, I know it's wintertime, but that happens. You ever hear the term freeze drying? Well, there you have it. So I add a little more nitrogen through the poo and water and even some kitchen scraps. And we'll give that a try. Let me go get my shovel. Oh, you didn't hear that. All right, well, so much for exertion. Okay, so we're going to put up, no, it's kind of only a little bit cold in there and a little hard like ice. But, well, you know, the thing is, you can read on the internet all sorts of stuff, contradictory and conflicting messages and information. And, you know, one of the things they'll say is your nitrogen to carbon ratio. One place they'll tell you got to have a 3-to-1 ratio, or another place say 32-to-1 is optimum. Another place tell you 536 to 87. It's like, that's just to make it hot. The whole idea with hot composting is to kill off the weed seeds and pathogens in there. But even if it's cold, it's still going to break down. Give it enough time, it'll happen. I mean, what's the big rush anyhow, you know? What are you going to do? Sit there and wait on it? Read a book? No, you're not going to do that. All right, so got a good old nest here to put some of this stuff in. We're going to do that now. Kitchen scraps. You know what the song says. Sometimes if you can't get what you want, you can get what you need. You know, I think when Mick wrote that song, he was probably a gardener. No? Okay, well, maybe not. Sounded good anyhow. So let's get this in there. And I'll have to give it yet a little bit more time, but no worries, it's still winter time. We're going to have a good jump come spring planting season. All right. Let's get some of that in there. Hi. All right, let's give that another few days. We'll come back and check it out. Well, here we are again. And we've had quite a bit of dumping of snow lately. And the temperatures aren't cooperating with what I'm trying to do here. Last night it got down to a negative 6 degrees. Now, there are some other ways, some other things you can do to heat it up in such a situation. Yeah! But that's not one of them. When you've got a pile this size, it's really not big enough to be self-insulating in this type of temperatures and in this kind of weather. You do really need to have it even bigger than this and have a lot more nitrogen to get it back up. If you're starting off with a big pile of chicken poo or something like that, it's easier to maintain those temperatures and once it's already cool back off. So once it's cool back off, you really, many ways you're starting over and you need a whole lot of fresh material. So you've got that great. If you don't worry about it. It's still winter. You got a whole lot more time still. And the thing is you got your material in place. So when the weather does start to pick back up again, those little microbes will start going at it again and getting all happy in there. And you'll have a good jump on your spring planting season. So just because it's cold, don't get discouraged. Just keep at it and keep it going. When the weather feels like cooperating, it will, and it'll get back up. So don't be discouraged. Keep at it. Persevere. And that's the main thing. Have fun at it, too, while you're doing it. All right. Bye.